So you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Nashville, Tennessee area? Well, today we're going to be exploring the Lochridge subdivision here in Nolensville, Tennessee, which is about 23 miles or so southeast of downtown Nashville. And if you stick around until the end, we're going to share with you a little known fact about Lochridge that really had a huge impact on the neighborhood as we know it today. So you don't want to miss that. All right, let's get to it. Your first time on the channel and you'd like to get to know the Nashville, Tennessee area a little bit better, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to get all the inside information on Nashville and the surrounding areas. My business partner and wife, Noelle, and myself help people just like you every single day buy and sell property in the Nashville, Tennessee area, and we absolutely love it. So whether you plan to move in 9 days or 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a Zoom call, and let us help make your Nashville move super smooth. Okay, so we just turned onto Rocky Fork Road off of Nolensville Road, and we're traveling eastbound towards the Lochridge subdivision. The first thing I wanted to point out was all this land to the right here that's currently vacant. This is scheduled to be developed into a new Publix, and from my understanding, they're supposed to break ground on this development at any time. So this is really exciting. This is going to also be really close to Lochridge and very convenient. And you can see up in the distance, we're coming up on Nolensville Elementary. This is the elementary school that Lochridge is zoned to. And you might notice that the road is kind of narrow. There's some traffic on this road. The speed limit is 35. And at this point right here, we have no bike lanes or sidewalks, which is going to change. There is a study being done right now called the Rocky Fork Corridor Study by the town of Nolensville, and they do have some proposed changes that they're going to be voting on soon. And these include walking and bike paths, wider lanes, slower speed limits. So several things in the works that are going to make this road more pedestrian friendly and a lot safer. So I'm not sure when you're watching this video, but in the next couple of years, hopefully we'll see a lot of changes here in this area, leading from the elementary school to Lochridge. Okay, we're about to make a turn into the main entrance of Lochridge. This is where we started the video. Making a left here onto Kirkpark Court. And immediately upon entering the neighborhood, we can see some of the amenities. We have underground utilities and sidewalks on both sides of the street. And all of these homes here at the beginning of the neighborhood are the Beazer Lochridge Signature Series. These homes are going to be 3 to 5 bedrooms with 2.5 to 3.5 baths, 2,900 to 3,700 square feet, and mostly brick and stone exteriors. These homes sit on a little bit larger lots as well. Going to be around 1/4 of an acre or so. And these homes are going to be a mix of 2 and 3 car garages. And there are 115 home sites total in Lochridge, 45 of which are these Signature Series homes, and the other 70 are the Cottage Series, which we'll be checking out in just a second. Okay, as we drive past this last house here on the left, we're going to start to get into the Beazer Lochridge Cottage Series. Now these homes are a little bit smaller, sit on a little bit smaller lots. They're going to be all 2-car garages. We're going to have 3 to 4 bedrooms with 2.5 to 3 baths, and around 2,000 square feet up to maybe around 2,700 square feet. Okay, we're about to make a left onto Ozment Drive. And the average sales price for homes in Lochridge over the last year was $744,000. And the most expensive home ever sold in Lochridge was $936,000. All the homes in Lochridge were built between 2021 and 2023. Okay, we're about to make a left here on Celia Court. And this area here at the end of the cul-de-sac will be the focus of our little known Lochridge fact that we'll be discussing near the end of the video. And those homes that you can see right there through the woods are the Beazer Farm subdivision, which will be a whole separate video, so be sure and check that one out as well. And we're going to go back out here to the stop sign and make another left back onto Ozment Drive. And another really important thing to point out about Lochridge is that Lochridge is a PUD, which is a planned unit development, which could potentially make getting a mortgage in Lochridge a little bit tougher. So it's something that your lender definitely needs to be aware of. It was also really important because it allowed Lochridge to be annexed into the town of Nolensville. Originally, 90% of the land in Lochridge was outside of the Nolensville town limits, which meant that residents would not have priority access to emergency services, nor would they be allowed to vote in local elections. So getting that planned unit development overlay was essential to getting Lochridge annexed into the town of Nolensville so that these residents could also have those services. We also just made a right onto Rosa Drive, in case you were wondering where we are in the neighborhood now. And again, at this part of the neighborhood, we're still seeing the Beazer Cottage series homes. As for schools, as we mentioned at the beginning of the video, Lochridge is zoned to Nolensville Elementary. At this time right now, there's not a great way for elementary school kids to walk to school. The best option will be go back to Celia Court at the cul-de-sac and cut through the sidewalk into the Beazer Farms neighborhood, and then take the sidewalk down Creekside Drive and then down Ballinger Drive to the walking path on Newsom Lane, which leads to the elementary school. Okay, at this stop sign, we're going to make a right back onto Kirkpark Court. If we were to take a left, we would go into the Burberry Glen subdivision, which is a whole separate video, so be sure and check that one out as well. And continued with the schools as we make another left here onto Ozment Drive. For high school and middle school kids, they can go back out to the main entrance, cross over Rocky Fork Road, go through the Whitmore neighborhood, and then hit the trail system to Nolensville High School and Mill Creek Middle School. We're also back into the Beazer Lochridge Signature Series homes in this part of the neighborhood as well. And you may have noticed that none of the homes here in Lochridge have mailboxes on the road, and that's because everyone gets their mail at the mail center, which is in the amenity area, which you can see on the right here, that we'll be checking out a little bit closer here in just a bit. And as we wind down the driving tour here of Lochridge, I did get the opportunity to speak with some of the residents here in the neighborhood, and there were some recurring themes. One of those was the community aspect. Everybody said that they knew all of their neighbors and they interacted with them regularly. Another recurring theme was families with small kids. They really enjoyed that there were lots of other kids in the neighborhood, their kids' age. One of the recurring themes that people wish they had known before they moved to the neighborhood was all of the traffic on Rocky Fork Road. People didn't exactly realize how busy that road was going to be, but as we did talk about at the beginning of the video, there are plans in place to help alleviate some of that traffic and slow things down and make things safer. But overall, everybody really enjoys the neighborhood. They feel like they got a really great value out of their home, and they also feel like they get a great value out of the amenities provided by the HOA. Which, in case you're wondering, is $269 per quarter. And speaking of amenities, let's head over to the amenity center now and take a look. So as you can see from the graphic on the screen, the main amenity area in Lochridge sits in between Kirkpark Court, Ozment Drive and Lizzie Lane. It's almost like a Central Park area. It's really convenient for the whole neighborhood. And it includes this fabulous pool area, which is just absolutely perfect for cooling off in those hot summer days. As well as a fire pit, or a fireplace actually, and a gas grill. And here's the mail center we just spoke about. And also an abundance of biking and walking trails. Great for getting outside and getting in your steps. And finally, we have the playground area. Slides, swing sets, and a bench. All right, at the beginning of the video, we promised that if you stuck around until the end, we share with you a unique fact about Lochridge that really helped shape the neighborhood as we know it today. So for that, we're at the end of Celia Court here. This is in the cul-de-sac. Now, this cul-de-sac wasn't originally planned. Originally, the town of Nolensville had planned to connect this road to Creekside Drive, which is right behind me, which runs all the way up to downtown Nolensville. And this created a lot of concerns about cut-through traffic and speeding along Creekside Drive. So a group of neighbors got together and they formed a movement called Save Creekside, and they worked with the town of Nolensville and Beazer Homes to have this cul-de-sac put in instead, and have the two neighborhoods connect via a sidewalk. So this connects to Ballinger Farms, connects to Creekside Drive. And this really helped eliminate tons of cut-through traffic and really helped keep Lochridge much quieter and much safer, and definitely helped shape it into the neighborhood that it is today. All right, and this concludes our tour of the Lochridge subdivision in Nolensville. If you found value in today's video, please hit that like button below. It really helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tap the bell for notifications. Finally, my name is Matthew, and whether you plan to move in 9 days or 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a Zoom call, and let us help make your Nashville move super smooth. Talk soon.